And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. Maui Jim Sunglasses, the choice of the best captains. Shimano Rods and Reels, fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're in that Mighty 1090 studio with Captain Bob and Captain Tony from Angler Management, talking local fishing, talking offshore fishing, and talking about getting your stuff booked now.
Right.
Because you may not have a shot as the season goes on here.
I mean, you know, my dad, when I went and had breakfast with Dad yesterday, he said one of the things that we both almost like high-fived afterwards. He goes, all right, well, we're talking about how good the fishing has been, yellowtail and bluefin, and it's happening up down the coast. He goes, well, is this a late season, or is it is this a late, long-lasting last season, or is this an early this season? And we both said, who cares? It's biting.
Yeah, it's biting.
It is happening right now.
It is biting right now. And while I was on that subject, I want to bring you to our trips page. Hookup 1090, you go to our trips page, and just take a look at all the red dots already on our trips page there. I mean, there's not – I know that Tony Reyes, Cia Cortez trip, I think there's only like 1 or 2 spots left on that.
That's in May.
You know, the Angler – that's in May. We got the Angler Management trip that has availability on April 11th. We have the Royal Star sold out. We have the May 6th Angler Management that has some spots available. We have the Rancho Leonero tournament. Rancho Leonero tournament has, I believe there's 3 rooms left only for that tournament. 3 rooms left at Rancho Leonero. So
Crazy.
If you want to go do that, unbelievable. Angler Management in June. Our Kingfisher Trotters trip in Alaska sold out. Christmas Island, Ricky's trip sold out. Cedros Adventures trip sold out. Angler Management in July. Angler Management in August still have availabilities. The Whalers Cove Lodge sold out. Then another Angler Management in August. And Cedros Adventure trip 2 in September with Rock Cod Rick, I think has 2 spots left on it, something like that. And then our Palmas de Cortez trip, sponsored by George Ware Asphalt, in memory of our good friend Lou Duchesne, has availability, a few availability, but don't forget, George Ware Asphalt is putting $1,000 cash for the largest wahoo, tuna, or dorado
That's
caught
so rad.
during that tournament, only for our people that participate in our tournament for October.
And again, the entry fee, if you're a Let's Talk Hookup listener, to
Zero.
get $1,000.
Zero
$0.
So you need to get in and get booked because I know that's a very popular time. Shogun Skiff trip sold out, and then we have trips already planned for next year that are sold out. So check it out on our website, hookup1090.com, and like we're talking about the Angler Management trips, you can just click on that. It gives you all of Bob's information there to book and check out their website, and then call Bob and book those trips.
That's awesome.
The point I tried to make going through that list, there's a lot of stuff that's sold out, and it's going to get even more.
Last year was a good fishing year, and I can't tell you how many times people all wanted the same day.
The same day,
sure.
I mean, we just had to keep telling people, no, I'm sorry, we can't do it. We've already booked and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the good stuff
early
is going to be
bookings
booked.
this year are going to be the way to go, because I think we're in for at least a duplicate of last year, maybe better.
Yeah,
if it's possible. Is it
Tony, you
possible
on that?
better?
You ready for that?
I agree.
Yeah, you agree.
He's licking his chops over there.
I'm sitting here going, is it possible to be better than last year? But
man,
how good can it get?
Okay, Fred Hall's basically 4 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time Fred Hall comes, people just get charged up and start booking. So the point is, if you want the cream of the crop, there'll be stuff to book.
Always.
That's not the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you want the good stuff like Anglers Management, you got to book them now. You got to book that stuff now.
That's what I always at shop and things like that. I always recommend guys figure out what you want to do and book it before Fred Hall, because that's it. Yeah. Fred Hall is the big time. That's when everybody's there and they're there with their 3 or 4 fishing buddies and they know they want to book a trip and they're walking through the show and and they see whatever. They see Kingfisher, they see Whalers Cove, they see Cedros Adventures, they see, Bob and Tony at Angler Management, and that's when they decide, hey, let's go ahead and book a trip, and then the date goes down. So if you know you're going to...
Right across from Fish Dope, too.
Yeah.
Man,
you
guys are going to be across from Fish Dope.
Yeah, we got
at Long Beach and Del Mar?
last year, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd be in the same place?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Both Long Beach and Del Mar.
As far as I know, I don't know. That sometimes last-minute arrangements can be pushed people around a little bit, but I think we're going to be the same place.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So 4 weeks from today will be the last day of Fred Hall Long Beach. And Ricky's favorite day of the year to do the radio show, too, because you know what else happens that day? We do our live broadcast at the Hyatt Regency and Daylight Saving Time.
It's nice because it's
love that day.
Yeah, it's a very, very light work week. You work very few hours, very few hours that week, and there's really not too much else going on.
Yeah.
And you love to lose that hour's sleep. It's awesome. Yeah,
it's
my
really
favorite.
Cool. Yeah,
my favorite.
Hey, Don Hansen's on the line. Good morning, Don.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Pete and Rick. I sat here listening, driving down the freeway, about the young man that gave the report from Dana Wharf this morning. I thought I'd give you a little history about him.
He did
Shane.
a great
it was
job.
awesome.
Shane did.
His grandfather ran the boat. That's John Manser. His father ran the boat. That's Todd Manser. And that's Todd's son. So
that's Todd's son?
No way.
Shane Manser, huh?
So he has a little knowledge of the ocean. He's been around there before. He's a little nervous on the radio, but he does know what he's talking about.
I thought he did a great job on the radio.
Yeah.
He did a super job.
If he was nervous, it certainly didn't show. I thought the same. I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah.
He is really good. He knows what he's talking about. So I just sat here listening. Nice seeing you last Saturday, Pete. That was a great show down there.
Yeah, what a great event that Friends of Rollo, and you were up there, Don, along with all the guys, and you've really been a big part of Friends of Rollo, and it's just going to the next level now.
Yeah, it is. With Jim in there working like he is, it should go quickly to the next 100,000 kids. So
yeah, no kidding.
I just want to call and let you know that Shane does know, and most of the people that work for the family has been there for a long, long time. Like George was over 45 years there. So
that's rad, Don.
Yeah,
they don't leave.
You must put a nice place together there at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. People like to stick around.
Well, we hope so. And so thanks again for all the good talk about you guys and about our fishing, and talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks for the call, Don. Didn't know that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Shane
Manser,
of course, Todd Manser, one of the great fishermen there, and then his dad, and what a history.
Very cool.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you want to join us? We're giving away a great prize today.
You're not kidding, man. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, what a cool opportunity. We're talking about all this great yellowtail action that's going on right now. Well, one of the great boats out there is the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing. And at the end of the show today, one lucky caller is going to get to go on a 3/4-day trip aboard the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing. If you want to get your opportunity to win that awesome trip, just give us a call. Jump on the air this morning. We would love to have you join us. And there's 2 ways that you can reach us here on Let's Talk Hookup. And first, and the best one right now that has some availability is our local line. That's 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. It's open right now. Or you can reach us on our toll-free number. That one's full right now, but there's going to be plenty of shots here in the second hour. That's 877-792-1090. Again, 877-792-1090. Before we jump into the phones, I did want to pass along a pretty sad message for sure. I know a lot of guys that came down to Fisherman's Landing Tackle over the last 15 or 20 years. Ron Dargo, who was a really good buddy, and one of the best. He sadly passed away yesterday. So wanted to pass out the word for a lot of the guys that knew Rombo. I mean, he was an air boss, serving our country for years and years on the aircraft carrier, and just had thousands of men that looked up to him. And one of the best dudes for sure, and a really good buddy, and was always my long range roommate when we went on long range trips. And I got to watch him catch his 300-pounder and then a 280-pounder on the same trip. And I have endless cool memories of Ron, and he was definitely one of our nation's heroes and a rad guy. So major sad time for the guys here at the shop. I know
sad loss.
Ryan put up a really cool picture on our Facebook page there at Fisherman's Landing. So anyways, sad loss, but I certainly wanted to pass the word out to all the guys that knew Ron and had a chance to fish with him.
Indeed. Maybe we can link that on our Let's Talk Hookup page too, but it's at the Fisherman's Landing Facebook page?
Yeah, Fisherman's Landing Tackle Shop there.
Okay, very good. All right. Sad to lose you, Ron, for sure.
All right, well, let's jump back into the phones. The phones are getting packed up again. If you want to get your chance, the best way right now is with our local line. That's 858 area code 457-1090. That's your shot right now. Let's jump back into the jam-packed phones and talk to Paul calling us from Glendale. Good morning, Paul. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, guys.
Thanks for hanging in there, Paul.
Okay, I have a fish report. Friday, went out on my buddy's 80-foot center console out there at Box Canyon, and we found the school of the yellowtail, and I caught a 40-pounder.
40
Oh, wow. No way.
Whoa.
On a red iron from Fisherman's Depot there in Bellflower.
Wow.
That's great. Congratulations.
Red, huh?
Yep, red.
Must look like a crab.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. But I do have a question for Bob, though. What does he charge for his 4-pack charter and his 6-pack charter?
Depending on what trip you're wanting to go on, we do on the Scout we do 3/4 day to all day 5 to 5, and they're depending on like if it's an island trip or offshore or inshore. It ranges from about I think it's $9.50 I'm wanting to say to $13.50 I think is what it goes up to.
On the Scout.
Depending on what trip you're going on.
Yeah,
and then on the Cabo is we do 5 to 5s and overnights and day and a halves, and that ranges from 23 to I believe it's 36 on the day and a half. And then on we also do an island trip on that boat. The only time that we really use that boat to go to the islands is if people they have too many people or something.
Or they want more comfort.
Yeah, they want more comfort. They just feel more comfortable on a bigger boat.
Yeah.
But truthfully, for the islands, you can't beat that Scout.
Yeah, fast.
That Scout is the perfect
Yeah.
local boat.
Yeah.
But that trip, I believe, is $17.50 for the islands on the Cabo.
Right. So if you want to go fish the islands, charter and you have 4 people or 3 people, 2 people,
Yeah.
$1,200.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
It's all covered.
Yeah, it's all covered.
2 bait tanks, tons of bait capacity, very fast, very clean. It's a perfect boat for it.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right, let's jump back into the phones and talk to Dan, who's calling us from San Diego this morning. Hi, Dan. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, Rick and Pete and the captains. I got a question for the captain. If you come on my boat, it's not really my boat, it's my buddy's boat, but if you come on my buddy's boat along with me, so a total of 3 of us, how much is that?
You don't do that, though, Bob. That's our buddy Dave Hansen does that kind of stuff, right? You do that. Oh, you do that, too? You go on other boats? Yeah?
Yeah, I actually do. Usually when I do it, now, what is it, an all-day thing or a tuna trip or something? What are we talking?
I guess an all-day thing, and I don't know if we'd go all the way down to the Coronados. We'd like to catch yellowtail realistically. Bluefin would be great, but I don't think that's realistic. So maybe let's call it similar to like a 3/4 day trip where we might go down to the Coronados, or maybe we'll just hang around La Jolla.
Yeah, I mean, normally what I normally do it on bigger boats, but what size boat is it?
I don't know, it's 20 something. 3 people are real comfortable on it though. 4 would be okay too, but we'll just do 3.
Yeah, I mean, if it was going to be an island trip or something like that, I'd probably do it for $400.
Wow.
400?
Yeah. If it's going to be offshore tuna or something, it'd be $5.
Okay, great.
There you go. And how do you get a hold of you?
It's you can get a hold of me at 760-310-7802. Or you can go to or you can go to amsportfishing.com.
amsportfishing.com.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. I didn't know you did that too.
Yeah.
Well,
well, you're the one that got me to
do it
that,
all.
Pete.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot for the phone call this
I just
morning.
thought he was the best Yamaha mechanic.
Yeah,
I know.
you know,
He's just been a buddy of mine for a long time, and the guy that knows how to turn a wrench better than anybody I know. So
for sure. By the end of the show, maybe we'll discover new things, other things that he does, right?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Maybe do your laundry, too. I don't know, right?
Hey, I'll do anything.
Yeah, I think that gets passed to me.
Yeah, that gets passed to you, Tony. All right, thanks for the call.
All right, well, hey, let's find out what's going on the water. It's time for our FishDope.com report. The man, your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen, is standing by. And today, the Catch Report is sponsored in part by Gamakatsu Hooks, Japan's leading fish hook that sets the standard for quality and innovation innovation, strength, and durability. Hey, the big fish season is going on right now, and the Gamakatsu Super Nautilus Circle Hook is the one that's putting big fish on the deck. It has the strength and durability to help you catch your fish of a lifetime. Get the Gamakatsu Super Nautilus Hook at your favorite tackle store.
And I'll mention, too, at the Fred Hall Show, they have their buy two, get one free.
Very best time of the year, period, to buy Gamakatsu.
Yeah, they're gonna have that. So you buy two, let's say, from one of the dealers there, like Fisherman's Landing,
right?
And you go over to the Gamakatsu and you get one free.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You just pick, and
it's like anything you want.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just such a cool promotion. It's and that's on top of the already discounted price. So like we're having our Gamakatsu hooks taken to the Fred Hall Show, knocking a big discount on the price of the hooks, and in addition to the discount, you get the freebie.
You get the free hook.
Yeah, it's really cool. Very cool deal. And speaking of cool deals, time to find out what's going on. SaltwaterFishDope.com, your saltwater guy. The man, Dave Hansen, is on the line. What's up, Dave?
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
How we doing, Dave?
I am doing excellent. It's another beautiful summer day in the middle of winter.
There you go.
Very well said.
And it's pouring rain in San Francisco right now.
Isn't that funny? Because it's 70 degrees down here on the water this morning. Flip-flop, shorts, T-shirt, catching some calico bass. Kind of lurking around waiting for that yellowtail to show back up. It took a couple days off down here in Box Canyon, but we'll be out there looking around a little bit later. We're letting everybody go out there and look around right now. But, guys, the weather is absolutely gorgeous out here on the water. There's not a breath of wind today. It's flat, calm. We'll start out up in Marina Del Rey. Those guys found that bigger fish just outside their harbor in a little bit deeper water right there. They had a really good day yesterday on the three-quarter-day boat out of Marina Del Rey. And as you come down the coast there, that fish is still biting on the 150 and the horseshoe, depending on if you can find the right hard bottom. There's plenty of bigger yellowtail there. Over at Catalina, there's still lots of that smaller yellowtail. One of my clients was up on the west end yesterday, had 15 of that smaller yellowtail and about 20 of those bigger bonita. So that's a phenomenal bite going on over there, too. Lots of lobsters still all over the front side of the island. I know one of my buddies, Brandon Hayward, was over at San Clemente Island the other day, found some yellows in the cove there, so that island's not really getting looked at too much, but there's still some fish over there if someone wants to venture over there, if they don't want to go all the way to the Cortez Bank. Then down there, your guys' way, those yellows bit real good yesterday on the half-day boat. Unbelievable bite yesterday on the half-day boat. Down to Coronado, all the way down to Colonette, those yellows are still biting. It's unbelievable. It's like the middle of summer right now in dead of winter.
You gotta love it, and the way to keep track of it, you want to keep track of it every day, you go to fishdope.com. You want to keep track of it once a week, go to fishdope.com.
Exactly.
And it's all the same price, $169, but for a new membership, Let's Talk Hookup listeners get $20 off, $149, and the hookup code, hookup1090, small letters, no space, in the code box, $20 off for a new membership. And Dave, we want to go fishing with you. You like the larger boats, though, don't you?
You know what, Pete? As I get older here, it's much easier to be in the enclosed wheelhouse on the 70-foot Hatteras. But unfortunately for me, I live in Southern California, so I do have to go on the smaller boats once in a while. So I'll go with you on your boat for a phenomenal amount of money, no matter what size it is.
Right,
there you go, Dave.
How do we get a hold of you?
You guys can look me up on the web at yoursaltwaterguide.com, or you can go and give me a call at 949-374-0786. And just like you guys were just saying, if you guys aren't on Fish Dope, I don't know how you're figuring out where to go, because I log on there every day just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And also, Danny does a phenomenal job every day. He updates that thing of exactly what's going on and where it's happening at.
Danny's got his fingers on the pulse of Southern California fishing. There's no doubt about it. Thanks, Dave, and we will talk to you next Sunday.
Talk to you next Sunday.
All right.
See you, Dave.
Appreciate that. All right. Must be showtime.
What, you think? Is there a little something going on?
Wait a minute. I
here?
just figured it out. 3 weeks from Wednesday, the opening of Fred Hall Long Beach. Am I calculating that right, Bart?
Yes, unfortunately you are. I'm actually on my way back from San Diego. My nephew Jay got married last night down here, and
all right.
And Jay is one of the trout pond boys, you know.
Yeah.
So all the trout pond boys were there, and we were just all going, we can't believe it's 3 weeks away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
3 weeks that you all be moving in, right?
Oh gosh, yeah. We move in on the weekend, so the boat dealers can start hauling boats in Saturday before. So Bob knows all about that in the old days.
Oh, yeah.
Bob, how many years we've been doing business together?
Oh, God, that's been a long, long time, hasn't it?
It's a long time, you know. And by the way, I just called Mike to make sure in Long Beach you are in the same spot. Yes.
Oh, nice.
There you
awesome.
go.
Good spot,
awesome.
too.
That was an excellent spot.
Right
I really
across
appreciate
from
that.
Fishkill.
Yeah, right
That'd
across.
be the outdoors.
Yeah.
So that's a good one.
Cool.
And looking forward to it too, Bob. I'll tell you what, I think this is going to be a year when all of these new anglers that have started fishing this year, and all the lapsed anglers who are just getting back into it, are going to be coming to the show, and they're going to really want a lot of information. It's going to be a great time for people like you to set them straight. I'm really excited about this year.
Yeah. I think it's gonna. Your show is it's the show to bring people to, and God, I don't know how is there enough room there? For what's
There isn't.
Yeah,
wow,
no, Bart's been.
out of room. That's okay.
That's such a huge show. I just can't believe how many people come to that thing. It's a fantastic. It's because of what it is. I mean, you put together the best show in the world. I
Period.
think.
Yeah.
It's really
thanks,
fun.
Bob.
Yeah.
But it's because of guys like you. That's the great thing about it. You know, I don't sell anything. All I do is promote sport fishing, and I can't do it without people who know sport fishing and who love sport fishing. And I'm so excited to be there amongst all those people. That's why I get excited every year. It's just so much fun to see all those anglers assembled in one spot, because it's a sport that's mostly solitary. But I was thinking about something else. You know, I'm a boat owner still, but I'm 69 years old. A guy called earlier about what was special about your experience. I'll tell you the special part. I don't have to hook the damn boat up. I don't have to drive 3 hours to get to the fishing ground. Yeah, I just show up and you're there and I go fishing. Then when we're all done, we say thanks, Bob, and I go home.
Yeah. How true is that?
And you don't even have to wash it.
That's it. You don't have to wash it. But I'm ahead of the game when I spend the money. So it's a great service.
Yeah.
Good call on that one, Bart.
It's good stuff. Now, I want to make note of our show 1 week from today, because it is a very important show, and it ties into the Fred Hall shows, and that is we're going to have Bill Shedd in the studio here, Don Trojan, and a bunch of notable figures like Bart Hall will be calling in, too, to talk about this new organization that is being launched at Fred Hall Long Beach called CCA California. This is an angler-based, supported organization that is basically our voice in sport fishing, in especially saltwater fishing, I might add, in Southern California. And the organization is going to be launched at Fred Hall, and if you join CCA at Fred Hall, you're going to get in free, right, Bart?
Absolutely. You're going to get in free. And Mike Lum has put together an incredible assortment of vouchers.
Unbelievable.
That's really cool.
Over $150 worth of direct vouchers, but some of those vouchers get you into drawings where you can win kayaks and trips. I mean, there's
Maui Jim
really
sunglasses.
thousands of dollars worth of prizes, and all you got to do is join an organization that you should join anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk more about that. That's a week from today. Let's Talk Hookup, 7 to 9 a.m. next Sunday. Going to be a very important show talking about CCA California, the new launch, and why you should be a member of it. And Bart, I'm sure you'll be a part of it.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to the launch of this organization. We need it so badly. You know, we've been in a deficit here for a long time. We've tried a lot of organizations, and none of them have worked. And this one has a national track record, and they're in 17 states, and they've been around for 37 years. And we're really looking forward to this whole thing getting off the ground.
You bet.
That's
all right,
what we
Bart.
need, a national.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. National base, but locally run by key figures. You look at the board of directors. I don't know, how many board of directors are there? There's like 25 board of directors, Bart?
Yeah, I think there's an executive board which is smaller so that we can actually get work done. but then there is a 25, and it's who's in the fishing business.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, I've been kind of noticing here lately too how a lot of these other states are starting to pay attention to what's going on here in California.
Oh yeah.
Because you know, we've been getting hit pretty doggone hard, but things are starting to dwindle their way too.
You bet.
And they're starting to go, wait a minute now, if it's happening in California, it's going to come to us eventually, and they're starting to chip in and help us out too. So.
And that's the advantage of being involved with a national organization like CCA. With our own chapter here in California, we get to work together.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed. Bart, we'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Hey, good show.
Thanks for
Bart.
the show. Appreciate that very much.
All right. Hey, let's jump right back into the phones. I know they're getting packed up, and this time we're going to talk to Mike, who's calling us from Carlsbad this morning. Hey, Mike, welcome to the show.
Good morning, gentlemen. How's everything?
Great.
Oh, good. My question for Bob, I guess, is there any unused motors when you do a repower? What happens to those used motors? Is there a place that they get junked or what?
Well, used motors are usually pretty easy to get rid of. It's just what they're, you know, depending on what they're worth. You know, I mean, some, you know, they're worth what they're worth. And if you sell them for what they're, you know, for instance, you take an old two-stroke off of a boat to put a four-stroke on it. Well, you know, the reality of it is that old two-stroke motor isn't worth much. And so usually people will buy it. A lot of times they go to Mexico, things like that. Other time, if the motor's just a pile of junk, then they get put in a dumpster. You know, I mean,
they get junked.
Yeah. But I'm not a type of guy who uses used parts. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. There's a few guys out there that do that, and I just don't think it's the right thing. So I don't hang on to old stuff like that. I usually get rid of it. If it's a good motor, you know, I'll sell it to somebody for a good price. But
that doesn't come around very often.
Not really, not usually.
Yeah.
I mean, like I do have a four-stroke motor for sale right now. From a guy that we're repowering his boat, and he's got a 2002 225 four-stroke Yamaha. Thing runs perfect. Yamaha actually just checked the thing out. Yamaha themselves, they came out with cameras and everything to look at the exhaust tube in the motor to make sure it was okay, and everything checked out perfect on the thing. And he's wanting to sell that motor for $6,000. Yeah.
$6,000.
Yeah.
Wow. That motor new is about 20, right?
Yeah. I believe. You know what? I hope I'm not saying the wrong thing, but I'm pretty sure it's
okay. If you're interested in that, call Bob. He'll get you the details on it. All right. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more of this great information. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Doing business with the right company always pays off, and Job Site Supply is that kind of company. Selling commercial contractor supplies since 1987, Job Site Supply specializes in quality and service. With lines like Milwaukee Electric Tools, their name says it all. Dependable job site delivery on the newest Milwaukee tools like the M12 Compact Vacuum and the M18 Cordless Shears. With an expansive inventory and knowledgeable staff, make Job Site Supply your source for Milwaukee tools. Check JobSiteSupplyCo.com for more details.
Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades, with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. Now is the time to book your long-range trips and charters, plus half-day trips aboard the Dolphin. Go to fishermanslanding.com and see trip availability, and even book your trip online. Stop by or call Fisherman's Landing in San Diego and book now at fishermanslanding.com.
Imagine being home in the morning and fishing yellowtail and calicos at Cedros Island by the afternoon. Now you can with Cedros Adventures. Experience world-class yellowtail and calico fishing aboard comfortable pangas with local captains that know the island hotspots. Stay in Cedros Adventures' own private waterfront hotel and experience first-class meals and service with pickups in L.A., Orange, or San Diego County. You hop aboard a scheduled flight to Cedros Island to begin an incredible experience. Trips are all-inclusive and offer old-world hospitality and fantastic fishing. Cedros Adventures, Call 310-435-6353 or check cedrosadventures.com for rates and more information.
If you are ready to experience a real Alaska fishing adventure, check out Whalers Cove Lodge in Angoon, Alaska. The calm waters around Whalers Cove are 100 miles from any large towns, so you will enjoy a wilderness adventure without any crowds. Whalers Cove Lodge has some of the best salt and freshwater fishing in Alaska, and there is no need for a bumpy boat ride for hours. You can find productive fishing for salmon, halibut, and rockfish just 10 minutes from the lodge. Whalers Cove also offers fantastic freshwater fishing in wilderness streams for wild salmon and trout. The Whalers Cove experience will fulfill your wildest Alaska dreams on the calm water of the Inside Passage or on a spectacular stream. It's your choice every day at the Whalers Cove Lodge. After fishing, you will dine on fabulous meals created daily by the Whalers Cove chefs and relax in your comfortable room or cabin. Learn more about this exciting Alaska destination on their website at whalerscovelodge.com or call 800-423-3123. Whalers Cove Lodge, a real Alaskan fishing adventure.
It's time to get excited about fishing, and Point Loma Sport Fishing has everything you'll need. They offer half-day and three-quarter-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit their website at pointlomasportfishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available, or call 619-223-1627.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
To a home run, Kemp again.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
All right, you want to get through? It's been a busy morning. Here is your chance. 858-457-1090. Open right now.
All right, well, let's jump right into the phones because everybody wants to talk to Bob. And how about we talk to Jerry? He's calling us from up in Lakewood this morning. Jerry, thanks for hanging in there with us.
Hi, Jerry. I guess we lost you.
It was a long hold to not there. Sorry about that, Jerry. Well, hopefully we can hear from you again. We'll talk now to Bruce. Bruce calling from Lemon Grove. What's up, Bruce? Welcome to the show.
Hi, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Rick, Pete, Bob. Hey, Bob, when you're heading out on your charter, how fast do you like to go when you're loaded full bait?
Which boat?
The 21, the smaller one.
The 26?
Yeah, 26. Yeah. I know it can get up and go. So
yeah, it definitely runs good. But I run both boats to where bait's always a concern.
Sure.
A lot of it has to do with what condition the bait's in when you pick it up. You know, if you got really cherry bait, if you got crackers in your box, it's you can run any speed you want. It's not going to hurt it, But if the bait is weak, I definitely keep the speed down and to where the boat rides nice and smooth and everything to keep that bait in good shape.
And it depends on the sea conditions.
Yeah, the one thing on that Scout, my bait tank on that thing is it's a pressurized tank to where the water fills all the way to the top of the tank, and then you don't get that sloshing and stuff in there.
Oh.
And so that's a big deal there too. And plus I have it's a 60-gallon tank is my main tank, and then I've got a 35-gallon tank on the side too.
Wow.
That's a lot of bait.
That's a lot of bait. So you're not going to run out of bait.
No, but bait is the most important thing. We're in a live bait fishery. When you're fishing tuna and stuff, there's nothing more important than the bait itself.
Yeah.
No such thing as too much bait.
Yeah.
No, that's what Steve Loomis always said. There's no such thing as too much live bait.
But with that in mind, for those of you that have boats and have bait tanks, know the capacity of your bait tank.
Absolutely.
Never overload your tank. It's the worst thing you can do for the bait.
Right. More is not better.
No.
It's
not.
It's sometimes you'll get to I've had a couple trips that I've had to really, really go like a third of what I would normally take.
Yeah. There's
just
a lot
so
of
that
factors,
I know.
right?
Yeah. And what I'll do, if I know that the bait tank, the bait is in really bad shape, if I need some cut bait or something just for chum, what I'll do is I'll take a 5-gallon bucket and fill that instead.
Sure.
And then keep the live bait that's in the tank in really, really good shape.
Yeah, for sure.
10 healthy pieces is a whole lot better than 100 dead ones.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, and like you say, you get a bucket, chunk it up.
Totally.
Works great for your chum.
Yeah. Keep your chunk bait on ice though. Keep it cold.
Keep it on ice.
Yeah. Put some ice on it to where you let that stuff sit out in the warm weather all day long, and I mean it turns into it's nasty.
Yeah.
And fish aren't going to mess with that as much either.
They like the fresh stuff, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: when you're putting bait into the tank, how do you know how good it is? What's your telltale?
Yeah, good question.
First question I asked the guys on the bait dock, and let's talk about Everingham Brothers for a minute.
Are we
These
lucky
guys
to
are
have
just
the best there?
They're just unbelievable. Yeah. We're so lucky to have these guys.
And the guys are so good on the dock.
Yeah, I mean, and they're just, the thing about it is they really care.
Yep.
These guys really care. I mean, I work for them. I work on their skiffs, and I hear what they say and what they talk about and how they want to make sure that they get the best bait they can get for these guys. But, I talked to them first. I asked them what they have available, what it's looking like and so on and so forth. And then if they tell me, hey, Bob, it's really good, I'll maybe take a little extra. But if they say it's it's pretty scaly or whatever, I'll really back off. But those guys will tell you the truth. They don't lie to you.
No,
they're not going to say, oh yeah, it's great bait.
It's great bait. It's been seasoned,
but
they'll tell you if it came in yesterday, it's looking tough. One of my telltales when the first scoop goes in the tank, if it goes right to the bottom, bring it on. That's
or
good stuff.
The other one too is if they go right to the bottom and half of them are wanting to jump out the top.
Yeah. That's good stuff, right?
That's good stuff.
Yeah. But versus the other side is if it goes in and it just kind of looks like it's lost in the tank and there's scales everywhere.
All you see is scales.
You don't want to stuff your tank full of that too much because you'll lose a lot of it, right?
Yeah. So try to put a net in your tank first and take a look at it before they keep loading the thing up. Mm-hmm. That's a good indicator. If you don't see a lot of scale in there, and like he says, if the bait goes straight to the bottom, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. What would you say is a good rule of thumb as far as scoops? Say you have good bait. What is a good rule of thumb as far as number of scoops per gallon of tank? You said you've got a 60-gallon tank, or maybe I have a 20-gallon tank. What's the rule of thumb?
There's a rule of thumb, but it's really hard. It's a lot of it has to do with how well your tank is plumbed. First off, it's got to be plumbed right. Usually on every skiff or every boat, you've got to replumb them to really get them to work good. But once if it's working premium and water temperatures are good, bait's good, and all that.
Obviously, like you say, there's a ton of different factors.
Yeah, and another thing too. This is another thing that's hard to deal with is Everingham Brothers scoops good. I mean, they really give you a lot of bait for a scoop, and they're really that's a lot.
Very generous.
Very, very generous. And so when you're, this is my rule of thumb. First 20 gallons is nothing. Every 10 gallons after that, you can put a half a scoop in there.
Okay.
They say a scoop, but I think if you put a half a scoop in there, it's going to hold up really, really well for you.
So for a 50-gallon tank, you're going to put maximum of a scoop?
A 50-gallon tank, that would be 3 scoops.
Okay.
On a 50.
All right.
Yeah.
But the multiple factors are involved there.
And of course, what I'm talking a scoop is an Everingham Brothers scoop.
Right.
Not a net of bait. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Again, err on the side of light. Go light rather than heavy.
Absolutely. It's you're way ahead by doing that.
Yeah, and put a scoop in a bucket and put it on ice.
Yeah.
For the chunk if you want some
call.
chunk. Mm-hmm. All right. Good stuff there. And that's the kind of stuff you probably take a lot of anglers out on Angler Management, the 26 as well as the Cobble 35 that want to learn about their own boats, right?
Oh, absolutely. All the time. All the time.
You take people out. Here's kind of the way we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can learn a lot just by going on a trip with you and Tony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. There you go.
All right. I like it. Hey, next up, let's talk to Jim. Jim's calling us from Carlsbad this morning. Hi, Jim. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hi, Jim.
Yeah. Hi, guys. How you doing today?
Great.
I got a question. I'm kind of new at the offshore stuff, and I'm going down to Cortez. How would you gear up for that?
You're going out to the Cortez?
Yeah.
I'm
going on a charter, and I'm wondering how to gear up for that.
It's been a light line thing, 15 to 20 pound fluorocarbon. You want that Power Pro to, something that you can fly line a bait really well, right?
One rod with 15, one rod with 20, and maybe one rod with 30. And you'll probably never touch the 30, but it's nice to have if they do go on the chew real good.
Make sure you bring your Seaguar fluorocarbon.
I would actually bring one heavier rod with 50 on it, though, too, for the yellowtail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some big yellows.
Well,
there's some
yellows. Because I was wondering, because I fished yellowtail this year and really caught some nice fish, and they were breaking off the 30-pound fluorocarbon. And I'm looking at these tuna, what you're talking about, and it seems like 15 and 20 is a little light.
It's very light.
It's very light, but tuna have a different type of fight than yellowtail. Yellowtail's the smartest fish in the ocean, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They as soon as they feel something weird or something sticking them in the mouth, I mean, they head for rocks, they head for anything they can to bust that line off, But tuna they'll pull really, really hard like yellowtail, but it's a little different type of fight.
A 25-pound bluefin is definitely not the type of fish that we would ever recommend using 15-pound to target. But this particular bite of fish and this time of year, that's just what it takes to hook one. In a perfect world, you would never drop so low, but that's just what it takes right now, and that's why that Seaguar fluorocarbon is such a big deal. Fluorocarbon, in addition to it being less visible for the fish, it has much higher abrasion resistance. And bluefin have teeth. Of all the tuna, they tend to chew through your line more often. A lot of times you'll get them up to color, and you'll see them open their mouth and shake their head back and forth, and they'll saw through the line. So having a circle hook, in my opinion, because I fish circle hooks as much as the next guy, but I'm not a huge proponent. Got to have it all the time. But for fishing bluefin on light line, I would do it every time.
Because they have teeth.
They do, and I really like
Absolutely.
that Gamakatsu Nautilus circle, not the Super Nautilus. And with a tuna as big as they are, I think they might even be a little big. Some of that fish is upwards of 30 and 40 pounds. So I don't know if the Nautilus Light is the best call.
But you're using 15 pounds.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I like the regular Nautilus. I like that hook because it's got a thin. There's a lot of designer hooks out there, but Gamakatsus have a much better wire gauge in my opinion, and they're sharp.
And I like the way the circle is on that Nautilus.
You and me both, man.
Yeah,
I really like
easier
that
to put your bait on, the whole deal.
A 1.0 Nautilus is what I'd be fishing right now on 15-pound fluoro.
I couldn't say it better.
Okay.
I mean, you guys are right on that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And the other thing, too, is learn that John Collins knot. You want to do something quick. It's on our website, hookup1090.com, and it's on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the most popular video we have on our YouTube channel. There's a lot of popular videos on our YouTube channel. Just search it on our YouTube channel, Let's Talk Hookup Radio Show. You can go to the front page of our website, hookup1090.com. You click on the upper right corner. There's an icon, but easier just to subscribe to that and check out how to tie that John Collins. And it's so easy, so quick. Test it, get in the water, 15, 20-pound test, perfect knot for that.
Yeah, I love learning that knot.
The thing's easy, isn't it?
Oh,
it's the best.
And
the
it
best.
works.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when you got 6 people on the boat that don't know how to tie a knot, and you've got to do all the rigging and everything all the time, God, that knot has just helped us out so much. And it's so strong.
Yeah.
Whenever we have breakage, it's never at the knot.
Well,
it's never at that knot. It's always in the line.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right. How about next up we talk to John, calling us from Mira Mesa this morning. Hi, John. Welcome to the show.
Hi, John.
Yeah, good morning. For the listeners, I found another compounding pharmacy for Scopace in Mira Mesa, and it's called UC Care Pharmacy and Compounding Center.
Oh, really? Okay. UC Care and Compounding.
Yeah, UC like University City, Care Pharmacy and Compounding Center. And I got a phone number if you want to. It's 858-397-1797. And I dropped off my prescription, and it was done in 3 days.
That is awesome.
Really? And what did they charge for? They compounded it into a tablet for you, right? Or a capsule?
Actually, a capsule.
A capsule.
But he charged $69 for 30.
Okay.
But I know there's a little cheaper, but for where I live and the convenience and everything.
It's very easy.
When you're seasick, that's cheap.
Oh, exactly.
You want that stuff. So UC
great,
Care
John.
Pharmacy, and that's in the Kearney Mesa, Mira Mesa area of San Diego.
It's in Mira Mesa on the east end of Mira Mesa Boulevard.
All right. 858-397-1797.
That's right.
One more time, it was UC Care and compounding?
Care,
No,
pharmacy, and compounding.
Okay.
I'll repeat it. UC Care, Pharmacy, and Compounding Center.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, John, for the tip. Appreciate the call.
Sure.
All right. Very good. Let's
right.
talk to Jerry in Lakewood. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning. Yeah, you pretty much covered most of the questions I had. What landing are your boats based out of?
Good question.
Okay, the Cabo is out of Dana Landing.
Right there in Mission Bay?
In Mission Bay. And it's really easy to. It's a fantastic place to go. There's a deli there that you can get anything you need, and
you'll pick up right there at Dana Landing.
Right there, yeah. And then also parking. It's free parking and all the free parking you want. It's real secure in there. It's just everything about it is a really easy.
Good spot.
Really easy to get from your car to the boat and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
and
that's the Cabo 35.
That's the Cabo 35. The Scout, I'm kind of I really baby that boat, and I keep it on a trailer. So I have a choice. I can either I usually either launch out of Shelter Island or Dana Landing with the Scout.
They're going to change the name to that Shelter Island launch ramp to the bumpy Shelter Island launch ramp.
Oh, my God.
When are they going to fill those holes in down there? Come on.
Yeah, they need to raise our taxes
really?
or something, yeah.
Well, no, the Port of San Diego has plenty of money to fix that thing.
Well, they act like they don't.
Well, I don't launch my boat much anymore, but my gosh.
It's getting
Come
crazy.
on, Port, do something
Fall
about
into
that.
a hole there and you can't hardly get out.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But
anyway,
wherever the fishing
the good
is,
spots on the Shelter Island launch.
Wherever the fishing is the best, and wherever will depend on where I launch the Scout.
So if you're going to La Jolla up the coast, you'll launch at Mission Bay, Dana Landing there.
Absolutely.
And if you're going to Coronado Islands,
we're going out of Shelter Island.
You're going out of Shelter Island launch ramp.
Yeah.
So you just meet your guests right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very good. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out what lucky guy's going fishing on the San Diego. A 3-quarter-day trip out of C4 Sport Fishing is coming your way right here on the Mighty 1090.
Hey, this is Captain Paul Hebert from the Wicked Pisser. My brother Bruce and I make a living catching giant bluefin tuna. In fact, I wouldn't even go fishing with any other sunglasses than Maui Jim. Put a pair of Maui Jims on and instantly the glare is gone, the UV that can damage your eyes is gone, the ocean's true colors come shining through like never before. And with more contrast and clarity, you can see the bluefin at that critical time. Take it from me. Try a pair at your local tackle shop or check out MauiJim.com. You won't believe your eyes.
Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3-quarter, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com.
Alaska is one of the ultimate fishing destinations in the world. This is Rock Cod Rick, and every year the one trip I look forward to is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. My dad and I have been going for over 15 years, and I just can't wait to go again. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, the finest fishing charter captains in all of Sitka, and the ultimate value. Sure, I've been to others, but time and time again, nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. You can catch huge halibut like the ones we do almost every year, and salmon, well, Sitka is famous for some of the best runs in Alaska. We also get plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. And listen to this, it's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except the tips. It's truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Come and join me on the Let's Talk hookup trip in June, or just go when you can. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
Fishin' Mission is the best way to get involved in the growing sport of kayak fishing. And Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay will host this great event every Sunday in April and May. Now you can take part in a kayak fishing trip with a professional guide and a top-of-the-line, fully outfitted 2015 Hobie Mirage Drive kayak. And kids are welcome too. A 5-hour, fully guided kayak fishing trip on Mission Bay, including use of the latest model Hobie kayak, fishing gear, and more. It's Fishin' Mission with Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay. Easy to sign up online at fastlanesailing.com or call 619-222-0766. Sign up soon. They will sell out.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. All right, the big winner of a 3/4 day trip going out of C4 Sport Fishing on the San Diego is going to Matt in Newport. Matt, congratulations. You are going to love fishing with Captain Ryan Boschen and the boys.
Yeah, indeed. And thanks to all our callers and all our listeners today. Thanks for what a great show, Bob and Tony from Angler Management. Again, what's the website?
Website is amsportfishing.com.
amsportfishing.com. Great website. You can also link that on our Let's Talk Hookup page. And phone number, want to get a hold of you?
619-357-6808.
One more time.
619-357-6808.
All right, very good. And again, we have those Let's Talk Hookup trips on our website, on our trips page. All those phone numbers are on there. The contact information is right there. Just click on that trip and book them early, right?
Yeah, and those are premium dates, too.
Premium dates, and you discounted them for our listeners. And if you just want your own date, you'll give them a good deal, too.
Yeah, and I really, this year especially, I really highly recommend it, guys. Get on it. Whether you're going with us or someone else, get on it, because it's
going to be good.
You're going to be real disappointed if you don't.
Right, Tony? It's going to be. Tony guarantees it almost, right? All right, Tony, we'll see you on the boat. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks for having us,
Thanks,
guys.
Bob.
Awesome.
Great job.
Thanks,
and we'll
Bob.
see you,
Thanks,
of course,
guys.
at the Fred Hall Show, both Long Beach and Del Mar.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
That's going to be a party, huh?
Yep, it's going to be a great time, and we'll look forward to having you back next Saturday and Sunday. Next Saturday, right here on Let's Talk Hookup, Captains Mark Paisano and Paul Strasser from the Independence, and maybe if he's in town, maybe we can get Jeff DuBois, the whole crew there.
Sounds good.
In next Saturday. And then next Sunday, Bill Shedd and other industry all-stars from the new CCA California. Going to be a very great show, a very great weekend. Next Saturday and Sunday right here on the Mighty 1090. Bike Week Radio is next.
It has no comparison in the